Good evening, everybody.
Hello.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Welcome to 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to our Midweek Mountains Live.
That's right. Midweek Mountains Live.
It's our first one of the year.
First of the year.
Wow.
And boy, do we have a year coming up.
I thought we were going to talk about the past year first.
Yep, of course. We'll talk about last year first.
Yes.
So, 2024.
Are you
what
looking
a year.
Well, are you looking forward to 2025?
I am.
Okay.
Looking forward to getting better at the content machine, trying to make sure that we have content to come out for everything. That's the difficult part, because we don't do the little one-off, 10 reasons for this or
Well, maybe we need to start doing something like that. Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. I mean, all of our videos are to this point pretty much are from actual trips that we've taken.
Mm-hmm. That's going to change. No, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Because we don't have, I don't know if we have as much travel planned this year as we have in years past.
We got a lot. Yeah, we've got plenty of stuff
You
planned
think so?
this year. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, let's look at it. Last year, it may be a little bit more difficult to come up with content. Some of the things that we're doing this year. But we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. But I mean, last year we started off in January with our very first inaugural cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is kind of exciting because that was our first cruise of the year last year.
Yep.
And I don't know, should we let the cat out of the bag?
And it's going to be our Hello Hikanuki World Tour. Welcome in.
Happy
New Year to you guys as well.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Our first cruise of last year is also our first cruise of this year.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a little later.
Yeah.
About a month later.
About a month later.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be a, vlogger cruise like that one was.
It's going to be a different perspective.
Yeah.
I think
it should be
some.
It's going to be quite different.
Yeah.
So for those that haven't seen the videos, we were on the inaugural cruise of Icon of the Seas. So we were on the very first paid trip that they took.
Mm-hmm.
Now they did do a media sailing for like 3 days or something before ours,
right?
But everybody was invited on that. Nobody paid for anything. It was all free to them. We actually paid for it. And we were on that cruise for 7 days. It was they kept it, kind of a minimal booking. It was probably 60 to 80% capacity.
So they say, yeah.
So they said, and gosh, I would say probably a quarter of the people on that ship were YouTubers or Instagram influencers or
probably
you name it. There were so many people on there that I've never seen. Never done an inaugural cruise. Well, that was the only one that we've done.
Yes, and I don't know if it's typical of inaugural cruises or not, but it was awesome. We got something new, like just little like gifts or swag every day almost.
Every day we would come back to our cabin and there would be a new Icon of the Seas gift for both of us. One day it was water bottles. Mm-hmm. One day it was a little notebook journal type thing. One day they gave us an entire bar set from the restaurant Empire Club, Empire Supper Club.
Yeah.
They gave us
notebooks.
Yeah, I said the notebooks. Hats, Icon of the Seas hats.
It's in a dry bag or a dry pouch or something.
Yeah, there was something like that. I mean, there was every day there was something new, and it was kind of cool.
It was pretty cool. Sorry.
And of course, we got to see, what we didn't know who these people were at the time, and I still don't remember who most of them were, but apparently they were like some big time travel vloggers.
And that might not be on every inaugural cruise either, that there's that many, YouTubers
I think a lot of the inaugural cruises, there tend to be a lot of cruise tubers, but not so many just general travel vloggers. Hey, George, welcome in. Still looking for more RCL cruises. Well,
do we have any of this? Or just this one coming up?
Icon,
and Hikanuki also said it sounds like a great perk.
Oh yeah, Hikanuki says it sounds like a great perk. It really was. I mean, so you went home with a whole bunch of stuff.
Some of the stuff is great. Some of the stuff you're like, okay, what am I going to do with it? But it was still fun to get prizes in your room every day.
Yeah, it was kind of cool to get that. And then, of course, like I said, you had everybody who was anybody in the vlogosphere. A lot of Disney vloggers were there, and a lot of like generic travel vloggers, and so it was a lot, the younger people and stuff like that. So it was kind of interesting to see all those different people. And of course, we met a bunch of other smaller cruise tubers, cruise channels, while we were on the Icon.
Yes.
And we met a lot of big ones too.
Yeah. And we'll be talking about some later on when we talk about 2025 too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, and that's how we got hooked up with, through Mike Clock. We got hooked up with Darian Glover from Magnificent Germany with Darian, and the Helen YouTuber meetup.
Yes.
So Icon started our year. A few weeks later, we went to Gatlinburg for a business trip, and then we went like the week after to Helen, Georgia, and did the YouTuber meetup, where we got to meet all kinds of other YouTubers.
Right.
We met Sherry and Danny with Destination Fun. I don't want to forget anybody, but there were so many people there. We met Darian. We met Blaine Rayleigh.
We had our 200 subscriber.
We had our 200 subscriber in Travel Adventures with Eric B. And
if we forget anybody, sorry, it's not personal.
Gosh, there were so many.
We weren't prepared to do
Eddie Lugo, Eddie and Alice Lugo.
Yes.
Eddie Lugo Studios.
Coffee time with.
And geez, so many people. I mean, there were 100 people at our YouTuber dinner on Saturday night at the German restaurant in Helen. So it was a huge group of people, a whole lot of fun. But anyway, let's see. Hikanuki says our next cruise is February 10th on NCL Spirit, Taiwan to Singapore.
Wow. That's quite a cruise there.
Yeah. Do some Pacific cruising over in Asia.
George, they're doing a back-to-back Canadian Maritime. In October. October is such a hard time for us to travel.
October is not a travel month for us, just because it is our busiest month of the year with our business. Yeah. And
we need to be there.
We kind of have to be there.
And George, and for anybody else that cares or is listening, I do not have a birthday cruise plan this year.
I don't think you're going to have one either.
Jeez.
We got too many other things going on, but we'll get to that.
We're still 2024.
Still reviewing 2024.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to April yet. I was just putting that out. Everybody's talking about their next cruises coming up this year.
So yeah, we had a weekend in Helen, which was our first time visiting Helen, Georgia.
Yeah.
Cool little German themed town, and
it was a quick trip, but it rained the entire weekend, and it was cold, and we got to try out our new raincoats and stuff too.
Raincoats and rain gear and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And then, of course, in April, as we do just about every year and have since for a long, long time, we went to St. Martin and spent a week at our timeshare there.
Yeah, he won't let me spend 2 weeks there anymore because we travel too much.
Yeah,
now.
we have a second week that we bought a few years ago because we wanted, some more time, vacation time. And then we started this channel, and it's like, okay, we can't afford to go to St. Martin for 2 weeks
and travel as
and
much
travel
and stuff,
because,
yeah,
you got to do what you got to do. So.
What was that, George? No more brewery chores?
No more brewery chores for us.
Yeah,
well,
we're still doing it. But have we talked about the merging? Yeah, if not, we'll talk about that when we come to 2025.
Okay, I'm not sure what you're...
Brewery, pickleball.
Yeah.
We'll make the official announcement, even though we've kind of toyed with it. But.
Yeah. So that was April. We went to St. Martin, and of course, we've got videos from all of these things that we're talking about on the channel from this past year. Then, of course, June.
We didn't do anything in May?
Didn't do them. Nope. I don't think we did anything in May. No.
No.
Nothing in May. But in June, we went to Alaska. And so that was like almost a 2-week trip.
Yes.
Between the travel time, getting up there, travel, getting back. So yeah, it was almost 2 weeks. And that was just an incredible trip. That's honestly, at least an Alaska cruise, I want to do every year. Hikanuki says, yes. We'd love to stop by your brewery someday and have a few. Absolutely.
If you are ever in there, please message us beforehand so we can make sure to be there.
Yes.
Because there's times where people just show up and they're like, hey, is Lauren Coy around? And our staff usually will always say no.
Right.
Just because they don't know. Everybody's kind of looking for us.
There's always someone looking for us. And most of the time it's
asking
they
for
want to
money.
sell us something.
Yeah.
So
like, just make sure that we know so we can make sure that we're there.
So absolutely reach out to us directly and let us know if you're going to be in town because any of our viewers, I don't care
anybody.
I don't care who you are. We
care who you are.
Well, we care who you are. Yeah, I said that wrong. Anybody that views our channel, especially these live streams, you come into the brewery, say hello.
Yes.
We'd love to meet you.
Yeah.
One thing I forgot to mention in St. Martin.
Oh. He's backing up 2 months.
Yes. Back in St. Martin, we had
had no AC.
When we had no AC. Yeah, the St. Martin, at least last year, hopefully they're not having so many problems this year.
That has never happened.
It's never happened before, but they were having rolling power blackouts.
Yeah.
And it fried like the entire chiller plant for our timeshare. And it took basically a week for them to get in the parts to repair it. And so, yeah, we spent most of the week with no AC.
I mean, I've been going there for over 30 years and never have experienced that. So,
George says, you're not picky, are you? We visited and we'll do so again. We love having visitors for sure.
Yes.
At the brewery. So back to St. Martin. We're getting sidetracked.
I know.
We had our very first experience with pickleball.
Oh,
I was wondering. Very briefly made an appearance in St. Martin, and that's what we did in May. Is we took a beginner's pickleball class.
Okay.
Yep. So then we played on the ship in Alaska a couple of times, and it was tough.
Yeah.
So anyway, we had Alaska. We spent a good bit of the summer learning, playing more and more pickleball, and that became kind of an obsession. An obsession and a bigger part of our daily life, along with the brewery and editing videos and travel, and so not a whole lot of spare time with all those things going on. And July we didn't do anything. We were recuperating from Alaska, trying to get everything caught back up because it's busy, trying to keep a business.
I'm trying to remember everything we did. I'm so glad you're remembering. Because
in August, we were on Celebrity Beyond for a Western Caribbean cruise.
Was that the end of August?
Mm-hmm. No, it was the beginning of August.
Was your birthday?
Yeah, it was right after my birthday.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So
that was fun. That was the first time we experienced
first time on
Blue
Celebrity
and the Aqua Class.
Yeah, we had an Aqua Class room, which gave us access to the Blue restaurant, which there was no reason to eat anywhere else. Pretty much, it was just outstanding. Because you can order off the menus of the other 4 dining room restaurants or the Blue menu, so you had access to all different kinds of food.
Yeah. So we did the Western Caribbean, and we went to
Cozumel. Hey, there's Scott. Welcome in.
He was just saying, "Hey, George."
Hey, George. Yep. I don't know if you've Scott, if you've met George, but George is a good friend of ours from Florida. Big time cruising. He and Mary are
Diamond members.
Are they Diamond? Is it? Or I know they were getting up there on their Royal Caribbean points, but Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well.
And George and his wife Mary came on 2 birthday cruises with us.
Yes, they've been on both of them. So they were on the Odyssey with us in 2023.
Yeah.
And we were just on the New Amsterdam together back in November. So next cruise is March. We're looking for cruises from June to August. Keep us in mind. Okay.
All right, we'll
get to our schedule this year.
Oh, they're a Diamond Plus, George and Mary.
Okay. Currently planning posting our Celebrity Beyond videos. Yes, I've seen them come up. I think you were just out of Cozumel an hour ago. I've seen those. Don't think I've gotten a chance to look at them yet, but on
that on our to-do list.
So George says here, Diamond Plus.
Destination Fun. Hello, Sherry.
Welcome in.
Happy New Year.
And lots of folks saying hi to each other. Good, everybody's making friends.
You're just in time, y'all, because we're only in June.
Yeah.
Or no, August now.
All right.
Of 2024.
So Celebrity Beyond, our first experience on Celebrity. Absolutely fabulous.
Loved it.
We actually canceled our Utopia of the Seas inaugural cruise. That was the original inaugural cruise that we booked.
Yes, we were looking for a cruise.
We were looking for an inaugural cruise because we kept seeing all these people putting out videos about inaugurals. And we got to get on one.
Yeah.
So we booked Utopia because the Icon wasn't available. Then someone had some rooms come available on Icon, and we're like, wow, okay, we'll do that. And one thing led to another. Utopia ended up sailing earlier. That was supposed to be a 4-day cruise. They stuck a 3-day cruise on before it. That was the actual inaugural. And it's like, after we'd done Icon and saw that there was no way in the world that you were going to see the ship even in 7 days, trying to do it in 4 days or even worse, 3 days, just wasn't worth it. And trying to do a back-to-back going to the exact same ports, which I think all Utopia does.
It's Perfect Day in Nassau.
Perfect Day in Nassau. And it's like,
I'm okay with not doing that.
Yeah.
Sherry also said that she is listening and taking down Christmas stuff. So she is multitasking.
Yeah, multitasking. Yeah, I can understand that.
I was going to do it, but it's going to have to wait till next weekend.
Yeah. All right. So that was
just a fun note really quick before we move on. There has been a handful of people that have mentioned Celebrity is awesome.
Yes.
And one thing I will say is while we're on that cruise, when you go to the cruise next area, whatever, next cruise, we knew that we wanted to go on a Celebrity again, and we didn't know where to go.
Yeah, so we looked at all the options that they had and the offerings, and it's like nothing really sparked our
fancy
interest. It was like, oh yeah, this is the one I've got to do. I mean, there was a lot of.
We booked them without booking an itinerary.
Yeah,
we did 2.
We did, yeah.
If you guys remember,
they talked us each into doing one. So
yeah,
we had to put down like $100, for each of us. And I was like, all right, we'll do that. We'll use it for sure. Because we loved our experience on Celebrity.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've loved our experience on Royal Caribbean too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. To some degree, it seems like Royal Caribbean is more expensive than Celebrity.
Yes.
So
yes, I
it's
will
almost like,
agree with that statement.
Why not just go on Celebrity?
Yeah.
I mean, when we were looking at Holland America, we were like, hey, might not be bad to go on a cruise that's got less kids.
Not that we don't like kids.
Not that we don't like kids, but sometimes you don't want all that screaming craziness around you.
Yeah, and Sherry agrees with us.
Especially if
she's
you're
saying
traveling
that
by
she's
yourself
that,
or without the rest of the family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it is. We've noticed that lately. Yeah, and we were looking at maybe a more premium cruise line. So we looked at Celebrity, Princess, Holland America. Those are the three. We looked at Viking, of course, or not Viking, but Virgin Voyages.
No, I don't think we got quotes on that
we
one.
may not have gotten quotes, but those are the ones that people normally kind of say are more premium cruise lines.
Sherry, you want to do a Disney cruise together? Just putting that out
Disney, yeah.
I do want to get on one at some point.
Yeah.
So you said Viking, maybe
I'd love
Disney.
to get on a Disney cruise at some point.
I know.
Someday.
I know. There's others that are coming up
They're
first.
expensive.
Yes.
They are very expensive.
So we have to
like
plan.
Virgin. They're expensive.
Plan them right. Yeah, but you get everything. From what I understand, you get everything involved. Oh, it's too expensive for you? Oh,
yeah, I can understand that.
That's why we haven't done it.
I saw.
If you want to go on multiple cruises and you can't take the
other captain,
one.
Captain Corey from Midships.
Oh yeah.
He put out a video a couple of weeks ago or something about he tried to take the cheapest Celebrity cruise he could find.
Yes, that's right.
It was like $500 or something. Something stupid for a 6-night cruise or something like that. And it was like, okay. And he loved it. It's like, wow, that's a great price for a Celebrity. But anyway.
All right.
Anyway.
Disney looks great. No casino, a drink package. Makes it
hard sell for us. Yeah.
But I thought everything was included in that. Well, I guess drinks
didn't Virgin. I guess Virgin has no casino too, right?
I don't know. Anybody knows?
I think that's what I heard. Was it? As George had to say, Mary will meet you at the World. I can't know. Have a great day at home.
It's not the same if you go to Disney World. You gotta go. Well, someday.
Someday we'll go to Disney.
I'll announce that here someday, and I'll be like, "Oh, hey!"
We were talking about Disney cruises. Disney cruises.
Yeah.
I'd love to go on one, but they're kind of expensive.
Yeah. All right. So moving on. We were in August going on Celebrity Beyond Western Caribbean. We had one of our best excursions this year that we've ever had in Cozumel.
Yep, we sure did. We went to Mayan ruins. We did tequila tasting at a tequila place, and then had a culinary class where we cooked our lunch.
And we cooked a 3-course meal
it was
for
really
lunch.
Cool.
It was really
Loved
good.
It.
Yeah. Food was good too.
September, we didn't do any travel except for we went and did our first pickleball tournament. Didn't really shoot any video for it because it was just, it was our first experience.
My cousin was getting married at the end of September, and we couldn't go because we had a couple festivals here that we needed to be here for, and that's when Hurricane Helene came through.
And Hurricane Helene came through and canceled all of the festivals. So
they did.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on, and of course, November we had our inaugural group cruise on the New Amsterdam.
Yes.
So
did you show everybody the cups that we? I mean, they're on the videos. You'll see.
Yeah, we did this little thing, and we got some of the vacuum insulated stainless steel cups for everyone on in our group, and it had it was pretty cool the way it was set up. It looks like stickers all over the stainless steel, like a lot of people do with their travel mugs and things like Lori does. She puts all their stickers on.
My big same. That was my first one right there.
But it has basically what looks like stickers from most of our destinations. So we thought that was kind of cool. And especially when you're in the Caribbean, especially if you have a drinks package, you can get your drink, pour it in your stainless steel mug. Don't have to worry about it getting hot. Or you can do like Lori and fill it up with water.
Hydrate. I didn't hydrate enough. I don't hydrate enough.
So
I was in November, and let me tell you what, it was rough. And I don't know if it was a little ship compared to others or what, but man, that was rocking and rolling. And I'm watching some of the videos that Corey's finishing editing, and we're posting, and you can see, like as we're talking, it's like wee.
George says still using them. They're nice. Yep. We found the same thing, and we just happen to have some little stainless steel extendable straws that we had in our cruise gear.
Yeah, and they worked
and
perfect.
They worked perfect in those cups. And it's like,
did.
oh, this is awesome. So I think they're gonna be added to our the stuff that we bring on cruises, just because it makes it so convenient.
There's video.
Yeah, and it had everybody's name on it too. So
it was personalized.
It was really cool. We found this neat little company, and they do stuff for the brewery. And we're like, hey, well, maybe we can get bigger ones, and they're like 22 ounces. But
23 ounces.
Yeah. So it's cool. Anyway, so that was November. In December, and we don't have any videos out about this yet. We went to Macon, Georgia, for a pickleball tournament.
Surprise, a pickleball tournament.
Yeah, our second pickleball tournament. We actually won our first game in a pickleball tournament together.
Yeah, we're like 1-8. Well, no, we played
9.
Yeah.
1-9. Yeah. In pickleball tournaments, not that good.
Yeah, well, we struggle being a married couple playing together. We're getting better, but there are times where we're working through our issues.
But while we were in Macon, we did go to the Christmas lights extravaganza in downtown Macon.
That was
really
a lot of fun. That was cool.
We visited 2 breweries while we were down there, and
in fact, I need to post pictures on the brewery. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah. So that'll be coming out pretty soon. And that takes us pretty much through.
Oh, look. Half hour down. Perfect. Halfway through.
That's 2024. 2025 is going to be a big year.
You keep saying that, but I can't.
Well, we've got we got some firsts. So I don't know. We'll see.
Well, start in January.
All right. January. We are back on the Icon again.
Not in January.
No, that's February.
Start in January.
It's starting in January. Yeah.
Weekend.
We're going to the Southern Championships.
Well, it's because
Southern Pickleball Championships.
The first pickleball tournament we're in, I'm going to confess.
Yeah, the first pickleball tournament we were in, we actually got gold medal.
For losing.
Well, we got the gold medal because we were the only one in our category.
Yes. So we got a default. And so because we got medals, we were invited to the championships, which is this weekend.
To the championship, which is this weekend. So
we're going to go and give it a try.
So we got to drive down to Macon on Saturday for our tournament to start Sunday morning.
Oh my God, it's 7:15 a.m., y'all. Ugh. But anyway.
Yeah. And then 2 weeks later,
we'll be in Cleveland, Tennessee.
We're going to be in Cleveland, Tennessee for our next pickleball tournament.
I don't know what there is to see there, but we'll definitely bring you something.
Yeah, I don't know what there is to see there either.
You live there. How do you know?
I lived there 30, 40 years ago.
So
I was a preteen and a teenager when I lived there. So yeah, that was a long time ago. Everything's changed. And from everything I've tried to find, there are no breweries in Cleveland.
Oh. There's got to be one
weird.
close.
Well,
isn't Chattanooga close?
Yeah, it's a half hour away.
No, I mean, we can.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like going to Waynesville. Put it in perspective.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, it's
anyway.
not that far away.
We'll try to find something to do. So our videos for you
we'll
you guys are interesting.
Yeah. We'll see what Cleveland has to offer.
Okay.
But I mean, that's just kind of a trip that's there.
Yeah. But it's still travel.
Yeah, it's still travel. We'll see what we can come up with.
All right. So that's January.
That's January.
Now you can go to February.
Now I can go to February.
Now you can go to.
So in February, we found out that Awesome Sunsets, Sherry with Awesome Sunsets Travel, had a couple of cabins left on her Icon Group cruise that she booked before everything went live.
Can I share the story?
Okay.
What is it? New channel name?
New channel name. Mountains to Sea to Pickleball Crew.
Yeah. Yay. Love it. So when we were on the Icon last year, we booked another cruise on that cruise, and it was Adventures of the Sea. And it was like a 8 or 9 day, and it was I really liked the itinerary.
Great itinerary.
And so that's why we picked it, right? But it was a pretty expensive cruise from what I can remember, you know. And so I was trying all year to get my dad to go on my birthday cruise in November, and he wouldn't commit. And so he says to me out of the blue towards the end of the year, he's like, you know, I'd like to go on a cruise in February. I was like, hey, Corey and I just happen to have a cruise, booked in February. Why don't you check it out and go on a cruise with us? And he checked it out, and he didn't like the price of the cruise. And so at this time, you started doing those.
Started doing the Saturday spotlights with Sherry.
Yes, and she had mentioned a couple times about the Icon cruise.
Yeah.
She had rooms.
And she had rooms. I'm like, all right, I got to find out how much these rooms are, because when we were on the Icon last year, we said, oh, this ship is awesome. We got to get back on it. And the cheapest room we could find anytime was $7,000 for a week.
Yeah, for a double occupancy.
That's not going to happen.
No.
So she apparently blocked these rooms before the massive price increase that they had. And she still had a few rooms left. So
I said to my dad, hey, there's some rooms here available if you want to do it. It's in February. I said, we'll cancel our other trip and we'll go on this one with you. And believe it or not, he agreed right then and there. Yeah. And so that's how we ended up making plans to go back on the Icon. Because Corey and I looked at, him, he was with his girlfriend too. And we're like, yeah, we would go back on that in a heartbeat. I was like, we loved it. It was great. Yeah. And so I think that excited them, because we were excited to get back on, even though it's the same itinerary. Yeah. We were like, you know what? No, we'll go. Yeah.
It's the exact same itinerary. So it's like, well, there's not a.
Yes, we're going to be doing different things. So.
We're going to be doing different things on our ports of call.
Yeah.
But, there was just so much to see on that ship, and so much that we didn't get to do in the week that we were there.
Yep.
That it's just kind of exciting to get another chance, another shot at it. And not be, it's not going to be completely overloaded.
And how much did it change a year later?
And how much did it change in that year? We found the service was just exceptional on the inaugural cruise, which you would probably expect. The food was excellent, but it was the inaugural cruise.
Right.
Everything was just top notch. But it was the inaugural cruise. So what's it going to be like a year later?
Correct.
Are things going to be as good? Is the staff going to be as top tier?
We'll find out.
We'll find out. So it should be interesting. And I believe there are a couple of other vloggers that are going to be on there as well. I mean, of course, Sherry will be there, but
Ben and David, somebody else is coming back on there.
Well, yeah, Ben and David are going to be on on. We met Ben and David for the first time on the
Nice.
original Icon. On the original inaugural, we met all different kinds of folks in there. It was pretty cool. Yeah, so that will be an interesting comparison for sure. But on your other thing here on the new channel name, we're basically
we're going to make the announcement. Yeah, okay.
We're looking at
we've decided to merge all of our passions.
Yeah, kind of merge our passions
instead of keeping them separate like we've been doing.
You know, we've talked on the live stream about the fact that we own a brewery. We've talked in some of the videos about the fact that we run a brewery.
We were trying to keep that separate for
we tried to keep it separate for a long time. But, you know, you look at our videos and places that we go, a lot of times we're trying the local beer. And we've started to include more pickleball. So
because we're obsessed with it. We love it.
We love it. And, you know, it's not going to be big segments on any one of those things, but I think it would be valuable for folks to see, hey, we're going to this island or this city or whatever. I'd love to find a good brewery. Well, we can go in, we can try the beer. I can give you my honest opinion about it.
I mean, you are, after all, a certified beer judge.
I am.
Just throw you out there.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've judged home brewing and pro brewing competitions.
Hello, Darian. Welcome in.
Hey, there's our buddy Darian.
We talked about you earlier.
We sure did. Talked about meeting you and Helen last year.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I think our tag was used to be
trips, trips,
and
no, tips was the last. It says it right here, doesn't it?
It used to. I think I changed it now.
Oh, you changed it.
So
anyway,
more focused on just travel, but honestly, travel is the main thing that we do here. Beer is probably the second thing that we talk about.
Because that's our livelihood.
Drinks and food.
That's what helps us travel.
Beer, for sure.
So,
yeah, and I'll give you my honest opinion about any beer that I try. Probably try to rate it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, pickleball. If we get a chance to play pickleball, or if we're traveling because we're playing pickleball.
Yeah.
And see what we can bring you. And you can come along on our pickleball career.
Yeah. Promise we will keep it interesting.
Let's see here.
That's something different. So that's about Helen.
Yep, need to get booked on Helen. And George says St. Thomas Leatherback Brewing Company, just across from the dock. It's good. We'll have to see. Because we dock on the other side of the bay on Icon at the large ship docks over there. So PK Adventures, welcome in, guys.
Hello, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. So,
all right, so that brings us.
So that's the Icon.
That was February.
We're going to have probably a few other vloggers that are on this group cruise with us. As we said, Ben and David are going to be on there, which is going to be great because it's not going to be packed full of vloggers all over the place. And so we'll have a little bit better chance. Just go look at our embarkation day and look at the balloon drop.
Oh my God.
Which Icon last
Corey
year.
did not want to go to. And I was like, come on, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. And I was a little worried that I was going to, because I'm short. You guys, I don't know. You should know this because I bring up this short just quirks. But I was afraid that I was going to just be in this massive crowd of people and that I had to get out. So I positioned myself where I would be able to get out easily. But it was so much fun. And I was all up in it.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, with the balloons dropping. It's fun.
You look around at that balloon drop, and there had to have been 100 cameras.
Yeah, for sure.
Of every shape, size, and imagined style shooting that balloon drop.
Mm-hmm.
At least 100 different cameras, just within my view.
I hope they still do that.
Oh yeah, that's standard.
Okay.
That's standard on Royal Caribbean at least.
Oh,
and I think Carnival does it too. And I don't know about Norwegian, but
they're just chatting.
All right, they're just chatting. So yeah, that's going to be pretty incredible to get on the Icon again.
Yeah,
and we'll be able to compare and contrast and let people know what we think, and if anything's changed, if it's better, worse, whatever, indifferent.
Mm-hmm. So that brings us to March.
Yes. So we get home from the Icon, fly back from Florida on Sunday.
Well, we have.
Oh, we haven't. Do we have tickets yet?
I don't
know if we have flights yet.
I don't think we do. I better get on that. Holy crap!
So we're coming back. We get off the Icon on a Sunday. The next Friday we got to be in Helen.
Which we have not made plans. So we've tried to. I keep telling him that he's got to reach out to.
Who am I supposed to reach out to?
I thought you were supposed to talk to.
No, I told you. You got to call the hotel.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway.
I told you that.
Okay. So yes. So then we'll be in Helen right after we get back.
Or just book it online. What difference does it make?
Yeah.
All right.
So that's March.
Weekend in Helen in March, and then first week in April we fly out to St. Martin.
Yes.
For a week. This is going to be kind of a special one because we're not going to be alone. We're going to have.
Yes, Corey wouldn't let me do the 2 weeks, so I worked it out where. So it worked out, and we have some special guests coming with us this year.
Daughter, son-in-law, and 2 of the grandkids.
Yep, 2 out of 3 of them.
2 out of the 3 grandkids. So.
And then these are our daughter that lives in Texas, so we don't get to see them very often. So
don't get to see them very often, and they tried to come to St. Martin
a couple of years ago, and they canceled their flight.
A couple of years ago,
it was terrible.
It got canceled at the last minute. They had bad weather in Austin, and they couldn't fly out, and they couldn't get on another flight, so they missed the entire trip.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
that's April.
That is April. May, we don't have anything planned. June, we don't have anything planned. But July.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Well, I might.
Oh, you might have. We might have a trip somewhere in there.
Yeah.
July
should be discussed later.
We're going to be on the Carnival Sunshine. Is it?
I don't have my phone. I can go get it.
But it's a group cruise with Howie Cruise and Nautical Nurse Nancy, I believe.
No. It's what's her
name?
Joanne? No, what's her name? I don't remember her name. We always forget her. Bad boy.
Oh, I don't know. But anyway, she's grabbing her phone to pull up her
Carnival. No.
Sunrise, Sunshine, I don't know.
No, it's like
it's our first Carnival cruise, and it's is it a 5-day or 6-day or night?
It's 5.
5 night. So it's going to be our first Carnival cruise. I think it's a small boat.
It's Carnival Sunrise, 5-day Eastern Caribbean.
5-night Eastern Caribbean.
Yeah, it goes to Nassau, Half Moon Cay, Grand Turks, and that's it.
All right, so Nassau, the ubiquitous stop on so many Caribbean cruises. Half Moon Cay, which we have not been to before. We were supposed to stop at Half Moon Cay on the New Amsterdam, but they changed it on us to Nassau. Grand Turk, which, like we said in our video, I think that's the only way you can get to Grand Turk is on a Carnival or Carnival brand ship. When is the Carnival one again?
July 12th.
July 12th is that one. And that's with...
I thought I had something in there, but I can't find it right now.
So that's July. August, I don't think we have anything planned as of yet.
I got to pull up StreamYard. What is this thing called? Shipmate. I love it. It really keeps it all together for me, so that I know where we're going.
It's hard to keep up at times. Okay. All right, so then we've got
nothing in August at this time. And then we've got Celebrity Reflection, September 20th, which is a 9-night.
That's the big one. I think we're going to be on with
yes,
Sherry and Danny.
Yes. What's your birthday?
Fun. July 12th, I think.
July 12th? I'll have to put it in my calendar, make sure I wish happy birthday. So that's St. Kitts, St. Lucia. Oh, I'm excited about that. St. John's, St. Thomas, Puerto Plata. Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
Dominican Republic. Yeah, there's a lot of good stops on that. And it's Celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
So
we actually booked it as our second one, but it's one out of the two celebrity.
One of the two celebrity cruises that we put a deposit
12th.
on.
All right, y'all. July 12th is Sherry's birthday.
All right. Yep. Mark that on your calendar.
Put it on my calendar right now.
So yeah, got a busy year, and then whatever other little trips that we happen to squeeze in there. Let's see. Yeah, George, the Crew Pub just to the left of the port in Nassau. Try the Pink Jimmy's. We'll tell you the real drink name via text. Jimmy Sands beer available there. Yeah. George, you guys went to the brewery there in Nassau, didn't you? We didn't get to go with you. We kind of punked out when we were there, but anyway, so we're going to try to find as many of the breweries.
St. Thomas.
Well, there are two in St. Thomas that I've found.
Yeah.
They're basically pretty close to each one of the docks. So you've got the dock there in basically downtown Charlotte-Amalie. And then you've got the dock across the bay by the airport. And so it's kind of, there's a brewery on each side of the bay, basically. So it may be, I think, at the big cruise dock.
Changed hands now. It's disappointed.
Oh, okay. So yeah, there was a brewery in Nassau that George went to, and unfortunately it's changed hands and now disappointed. That can happen sometimes, you know. You see some of these breweries and they either change hands or whatever. They change their brewer, and the owners don't pay attention to what's going on, and you can end up with some basically garbage coming out. So it's a very very challenging process at times. You got to know what you're doing, and you got to love putting out an excellent product. But.
So, and just to put out there, so like that was the last of our cruises or travel at this time for 2025. So birthday time is open. If anybody has any ideas that are for a couple days. Just put that out there.
Only connected to the brewery by name. Birthday cruise. We're already going in July and September. Now you want to throw
I'm not saying we have
November
to cruise.
into?
I'm just saying.
Oh, well, we can do something.
Yeah, you know, Lori's now used to traveling and doing something of a destination on her birthday.
Boy.
that has become tradition. She is kneading in my purse. You guys hear it?
Oh boy. So that is at this point what we have booked for this year. So it's gonna be an interesting one. We've got a lot of things going on, a lot of stuff that we're gonna be doing. We're probably gonna be taking more weekend trips to try to get in some pickleball here and there. I'm enjoying these tournaments, even if I lose all the time.
I mean,
hey,
and let's just put it out there. So the double, the women's or the gender doubles that I played in, we finished 5th of 10th out of 10. So, yes.
Yeah,
1, 2, lost 2. All right. No. Hopefully we'll do better in this next one.
Yeah, hopefully we'll do better in this next one. Got to try to do better.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
I understand. I can't hit up Corey for another cruise right now, but it's not because we need a new car.
Yeah.
It's because we really, we can't be away from our business. We're away a lot as it is. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so many weeks that you can leave it to someone else to manage day to day.
Right. I mean, and even though you're plugged in the entire time, it's not
like we're ever completely disconnected.
Unless we're in the middle of the ocean somewhere on like a boat.
Yeah, I mean, we're on
not a cruise,
excursion
but like
on a boat
where we might not get.
We don't have cell signal. That's one thing, but on the ships, we have the Wi-Fi package every single time. So
if anybody wants to know any information about Wi-Fi packages, let us know. We will let you know. Yeah. Oh, and for the Icon cruise, just something so you guys all know, we went with the Key this year, didn't we?
I think we did. After our experience on Celebrity, because
which was the Wi-Fi and More was
their version of that, basically,
and that was awesome. Actually, that was worth it for sure. So we're like, well, let's check out the Key and see what this is all about. Yeah. So it's something new. So if nobody or if anybody hasn't done the Key, we will let you know how it works.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
and if it's worth it.
I think as much as anything, the reason that we did it was because a lot of times the shows on Royal Caribbean can be very difficult to get into. And
you got to get there like an hour, 45 minutes before.
You got to get them way early. But if you've got the Key or the Wi-Fi and More package on Celebrity, they have reserved seating for
that's one of
those folks.
That's
one of the perks.
Mm-hmm.
On Celebrity, you got the free room service.
That was
a nice
part.
Embarkation lunch in one of the restaurants.
Priority boarding and priority boarding and debarkation.
Yeah.
I think you get that too.
Priority
with
tenders.
The Key. Yeah. I think you get that with the Key too.
Not that any of that's really that important, but when you're trying to get into a show and get a good seat in a show, and
a good sheet.
If
you want a good sheet.
It was frustrating at times trying to get a good seat in some of these shows, and the best seats in the house for shooting video,
which most times you can't, but you do anyway. But
were like up in a balcony area or something, so you were kind of close and kind of up above, and had good angles, and they were always reserved for. These are for suite guests and people with the Key or with the Wi-Fi and More package. You got that as well. So anyway.
So we got some exciting stuff coming up.
Exciting stuff this year for sure. All right. I think we're going to wrap it up there, unless you got something else to say. But
no.
We're gonna.
Happy New Year to everyone. I hope that your year this year is a prosperous one. And I hope that you travel well. I put it in our posts, but travel lots or travel often, love lots, and and I hope it's a good year for everyone.
Mm-hmm. And I saw a post by someone the other day. It was like something to the effect that when you die, you'll never regret taking that vacation, because it's something you should do for yourself every once in a while.
Yes, live it up. Thank you.
All right, guys.
Scott.
Yeah, thanks, Scott. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope your New Year is great. I hope you succeed in all you set your mind to.
Yep.
We will see you guys next week. And from peaks to tides.
We'll see you on the next ride.
Bye, guys.